Hello and welcome to Discover Media. Today we're going to be doing marketing and fundraising insight. Today I chose a couple of charities, Eritrean charities that operate in the UK, and hopefully we can learn one or two things. Again, this is a humble insight and it's not an audit and or anything like that. So please feel free to contact me. Feel free to share your insight with me as well, and hopefully we can learn one or two things from this. So charity number one is Kabire Trust. uh, so Kabire is registered in the UK with Charity Commission. It's based in Birmingham, and to be honest with you, um, when you look at their financial history, I think they're doing really well. Um, COVID, okay, and then I think 180 was their peak, but then recently it dipped. Now, why is it dipping? Okay, let's look at quickly into their website. Okay, contact information. So remember, they've only got 108. They only raised 180,000. That's their peak. When you look at their website, okay, it's got their socials, their contacts, call to action. Now, this is the main banner on the website, and this is uh, where I would want to see a campaign. Let's say Sudan, Yemen, something appealing, something that shows why they're operating, where they're operating, or what is it that they're doing this year, what they're pushing for. Again, this is good because it's got the links monthly or one time. They're registered with the gift aid, really good. Here's their main campaigns. Um, and this is what they're distributed in terms of blankets, eye operations, and water wells. Again, all the details really good. What I like about this website as well is when you look at the phone mode. Um, Again, it's user friendly and everything. But when you look at this project, let's say you want to do water project, the link is not there. There is the space for it, but I think the code is changed or something. So again, look at the code. Um, Orphans, for example, you will see that they've got uh, the form will pop up. Uh, but again, here I would like to see a one-off or monthly, because it's £25 per month. What they did is they kept this, so there's no other option. But maybe I just want to give one off. All right, cool. I'm going to give £25. So I'm going to click that. Okay, where do I go next? Again, if you're watching this, Kabire, I love what you're doing and I wish you all the best. But try to fix this. So again, water project, I couldn't donate. And now the orphan sponsorship, I can't sponsor an orphan, whether it's one off or follow your form. Let's do £30. I'm going to write a comment. And then again, there's nowhere for me to go. Okay. So current projects, Zakah, £50. See that the form is working here. Okay. But it wasn't working in the orphans. Okay. Let's see another project. Let's see Ethiopia, emergency appeal. Again, £40. Okay. It's working. All right. Address and everything. So I'm going to go back. So why don't you look? Why don't you take this and say Ethiopia emergency appeal and this image and take it to your front banner that you work in the emergency in Ethiopia or the Sudan, yeah, and so on. If you look at their socials again, uh, this is good because it's a page, okay? It's not uh, what is it? It's not what do you call it? It's not a profile. Uh, but then when was the last post? It was 2024. Kabiri has a good what do you call it? It's got a good network of supporters, especially street collections, events, challenges, um, and it's got a small team. I think when you look at their reports, what they've got, they don't have much expenditure. Okay, like I think their staff was 22K or something like that. Okay, so you've got Ramadan project cost them 40,000. Qurbani staff wages 20 21,000. But is that staff wages in the UK? I would assume it is. Uh, Again, so all the expenditure is 30,000. Their turnover was 122. So you do the maths. Yeah. So uh, again, what I would want to see here as well. I mean, I'm not charity commission and I'm not audited accounting, but what I would like to see is uh, where they raise the money from. Okay. Uh, yeah, it's not in there. Would they have it in previous account? It's again expenses. Yeah, they're not putting where the money is. Yes, turnover. So in 2020, their report had it was more detailed how much they got for orphan sponsorship, how much they got for Ramadan, how much they got for Qurbani, how much they got for food. So that tells you that. Hold on. Yeah, I mean I'm mixed here because it says turnover, but then it's showing. Uh, yeah. So anyway, uh, they're not bringing much money in, but it's it's got a good website. I mean, with the right uh, you know advice and guidance, they can refine the website. Also, their socials. I'm not sure if it's active or not yet. Kabira Trust. It's got the events, the football, cycling. Again, as I said, look, they've got the appeal. I think Unity FM. That's in Birmingham. So they are quite active. They also do live in Ramadan with different speakers. Again, I wouldn't want to see this. It's got nothing to do with Sudan, Eritrea, unless you link it to how Sheikh Osama Dhahabi went, or Green Lane is supporting Sudan, because they have been supporting Sudan, and you just you show a bit of affiliation, hoping that they can grant you, or you can have some sort of collection in Ramadan or something. But just having random posts like this, again, it's got nothing to do with Kabiri, right? And maybe you want to show your support to these organizations because they give you collections. Again, it works. If it's working for you, carry on doing it. But again, what will happen? You're running a charity, so if there is anything wrong with these events or anything like that, you're accountable. So you have to be very careful when you're doing this as a charity. Okay, so enough for Kabire, and what we will do is we will move on to another organization. This organization, Release Eritrea, I came across it today as I was preparing this video, and uh, they work in human rights. Okay, so who's behind that organization and what they do? So they help people throughout London, Egypt, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Sudan, Israel, no Djibouti, and no Yemen. Okay, so if you're working with the Eritreans, this is their neighboring countries. It makes sense. What I would want to see there maybe is Libya, because there's a lot of Eritreans that come here to the UK, and then they've got uh, when they do their interviews with the Home Office, they do go through a lot based on what they say in their journey from Sudan to Libya. Staying in wherever they had to stay, and then going on these boats. And then did they want to go on the boats? Did their family have to pay money for them? So I think they're better off in Egypt than in Libya, and maybe seeing Libya there. Um, Italy, Calais, Belgium, because uh, uh, if it's human rights, you need to be with them wherever they are. But let's look at their finance again. They started. Let's see when they started. Forgive me. They started in. They started in. Where's the year where they started? Yeah, income. Okay, so their financial history shows that okay, they started they started 174. They've gone to during COVID. Their peak was 487, and now and then they dipped a little bit, and then they picked up again. Okay, so 412. Now, what I've realized about this organization, okay, and what I've realized that okay, they've got a website, but when you click the website is not operating. Remember, this is an organization that is raising 400,000. But when I looked at their reports, again, this is really good for marketing, okay? And I'm only talking from marketing and fundraising perspective. And if it's working for you, carry on doing it. That's all I have to say, yeah. But if you speak to someone senior or a consultant and says, you know what, stay in your lane, don't do anything else for the next 3 years, 5 years, yeah, then do it. But if it's just no, guys, we need to get 500, we need to get 600, yeah, then I would advise you to do the following, yeah. Number one, you need to have a website, okay. Number two, okay, when I go into Google, I need to see you, okay. So uh, Release International comes, not Release Eritrea. You are Release Eritrea, but why am I getting Release International? Okay, so we'll go down, and then it's all to do with the filing. Let's say it's a charity commission or maybe company's house. I'm not sure if company's house is there or not. Yeah, I think they've also got a limited by guarantee as well. Um, so maybe they get in 480 here, but then the limited by guarantee is doing other activities. But we're just gonna talk about uh, the charity for now, okay? Uh, so what I did find is Release International. So Release International, which is it's a voice for the persecuted Christians. Okay. Now maybe I want to see I want to see an organization for the voice of persecuted Muslim Eritreans. Okay. And then because if it's human right, you can do this, right? And if you've got Jewish or you've got anything to do with human, just do that, run that. Yeah. And then it's giving you a bit of information. Uh, Release International. There is no mention of Release Eritrea, but we're gonna get into that. So when we go here, okay, I want to see them on Instagram. I know I won't find them on Instagram. You know why? Because the age of Instagram of the users is different than Facebook. So you will find them on Facebook. Okay. Maybe on YouTube as well. So when you go onto Facebook, you will see that they are active. Last thing was May. Okay, BBC Tigrinya. Their activities, they're quite active. You can see they're standing outside the embassy in London. Yeah, it's an angel. And Salam Kidan is quite active. Okay. She's got 3,000 friends, 600. Okay. And I believe she's one of the trustees as well. So that's fine. Uh, Again, so it's all events, it's all raising awareness, campaigning, but there isn't anything on fundraising. There's no donate. This is this campaign because of Christmas, because of the memory of this person or the legacy of that person, or I think there is Eritrean detainees. I think it's in April, something like that. Again, if it comes to April, I want to see some donations because it's fundraising, right? It's charity. But when you look into the annual return, you will understand why you're not seeing any links. Okay, so when you look here, remember it was on 480 their finance. Okay, 447. You will see. You will see that. Okay, so this is all what they do, who they want to defend, who they want to be the voice for, and the release of X, Y, and Z. And then here you'll see some numbers, okay? When you go down, fixed assets, blah, blah, blah. And then here is the money, okay? So voluntary income, can you imagine that they've had Release International, which is, I would assume is the umbrella, gave them £389,000 restricted funding. The year before that, they gave them 379. Church in Chains, okay, I've never heard of it, but again, it goes with Release International. Remember, Release International was uh, Release International. What was the slogan? Yep, it was the voice for the persecuted Christians. So it makes sense to also apply for funding to do with churches in chains or church in chains, 13,000. Before that was 10,000. Now, if you click on previous reports, okay, let's go as back as when they started. Yeah, I'm not sure if they started then, but let's see. Okay, here's the charity number and here's the limited by guarantee. Okay, so let's see if there's so Release International has been super consistent. 86, and you can see here that they're growing in the size of their gift. Okay, excellent. So you can see Church and Chains gave them 5,000, then 12,000. Okay, uh, one, two. So these two organizations they haven't given in 2023, but it's fine. But what you can see here is the majority of their income is coming from where? It's coming from institutional funding applications. Maybe 3,000. That 3,000 could be from anywhere. It's not like I shouldn't be spending money on administration and fundraising, digital fundraising and events. If I'm having my team stretched to implement the restricted fund, because it's not a joke, it's restricted. You need to implement. So maybe what you see here in terms of activities and in terms of paperwork and in terms of interviews and statements and research, whatever they're doing, I don't know. I swear I've only come across this today. Um, it's justified why they don't have the time to do it. So you might go to them as a consultant and they might say, excellent, but we don't have the money for this. So then what you do is you say to them, look, why don't you apply for core funding where someone will fund you for for you to for the capacity building of your organization, blah 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 blah. Yeah. So again, yeah, this is I think this is another good example of institutional funding versus zero presence when it comes to peer-to-peer fundraising events, challenges like what we saw with Kabiri. I'm not sure who's next. So let's check the time. Okay, so I think I'll spend another 5 minutes on this. Okay, so let's do Ether Relief. Okay, actually, let's do Eritrean Muslim Community Association in the UK, which is known as EMCA. 315. I think they only operate in London, throughout London. Now, if I was in their position and I have, this is my community, and I have, because I'm originally from London and I have worked with them, I would change this to make it throughout the UK. Reason being, this is the biggest community organization for the Eritreans. They've got a center in central London and they've got tons of resources, volunteers, members. So what I would want to see is EMCA, EMCA, being active in Stoke, in Northampton, where the Eritrean community is residing, because they don't only reside there. Maybe you say, okay, look, we can't do this. What you need to do is start another EMCA, okay, EMCA, in Birmingham, register it as a limited by guarantee, register as a charity CIO, and then we will grant you. You can apply for this. We can empower you, we can scaffold you, we can give you agency, whatever it is. But they need to have presence, because if they don't, the community needs them. Okay. Again, trustees. One thing that I don't like about our organizations is, you see, it's like, the Eritrean community is very small, and when you see people stretched between different organizations, or you start to see uh, uh, that uh, these trustees are changing rapidly, uh, because of issues, internal issues, this is going to reflect and pour into the community. Your beneficiaries, your community is going to stop attending. Okay, so, and that's the challenge with having an organization in the UK, because when you are operating with detainees, when you're operating with beneficiaries in the borders, or orphans, you just give the money to the field. Programs deal with them. You're a fundraiser and marketing, you dealing with the donors. But when it's community in Birmingham, you're in their face all the time. So someone would just go there and pick up the phone and call any of these trustees, and you see some of these trustees getting, their hands busy. I wouldn't say dirty, getting their hands busy with tactical and operational stuff, to do with fundraising, or to do with marketing, or to do with administration, or to do with painting. And they think that, no, I have to come to I have to come to the ground and support my people. You're not a king, yeah, that wants to show that he's humble. No, you are a trustee. You're entrusted on the overall strategy and the policy and the governance of the organization. Yeah. So again, this is what I want to see. Yeah. Uh, Now, in terms of financial history, 345, I'm not sure if they changed their charity number, because 40K. Okay, so let's look at their last annual return. This should be branded us, not. Okay, limited by guarantee. Okay, so who have they been granted by? So we all starts with grants. Uh, Professional volunteer. This is the income, professional fees. Mm. So this is their income. Okay. So gifts, donations, grants, subscriptions. So gifts, they've had what? One gift, £1. Donations, 180,000. Remember, you've got Friday donation. You've got boxes for every prayer. People put money in there. You've got Ramadan. These organizations, they appeal to the community to support. You've got grants, filling up applications. I would really want to see more than 50,000 when you're in central London, and you've got a million, millions of pounds in one asset. Like the center subscription. Is it? I can't pick what's what, but this is where the money is coming from. Now, what you've got is, you've got a Quran Academy, which is a project that's bringing £33,000. Uh, so the year before, it brought 11. After that, it was the youth retreat, where people will have to pay to join. That's 3,000. Food parcels. I don't know. I understand. And then Jitsu income 1 3. Okay, that's not bad. Salaries, wages 72,000. I think, I'm not sure if that's high. Okay, and then you've got also the professional fees, insurance, recruitment, volunteer expenses, festivals expenses, travel 8,000. I mean, I would say there's a okay, that's fine. Let's look at the income versus expenditure. Yeah, it's a bit close. No problem. Okay, so let's look at their website quickly. governance. Where was the website, guys? Okay, who they are, blah blah blah, contact information. Yeah, okay, good, very good. Here's the community. Quite okay. I would touch up the colors a bit because it's a bit hard to read, but you can see this is the community. These people are known to the community. Some of them are business owners, quite generous with the community. The center manager, you've got, I forgot his name, Ayman. Okay, so that's one of his visits. Dr. Saeed is there as well. Uh, One community, so they've got a masjid, they've got a mosque, they've got an academy, they've got the youth activities. Just align this. Okay, so this needs to go up. Just go there and then take it back. Uh, so youth, okay, I want my kids to join. I like this. Nope, no link. Okay, so I would put a link there. Okay, a bit more or sign up to whatever. Another thing, if this guy's wearing Arsenal, I think he should change the shirt. Um, Scout group, okay, youth. So Scout, you click it. Okay, again, this is a placeholder. They should have provided an image and change it. I believe this is WordPress. It's easy to do. Youth clubs. It should be youth club. Okay, unless they've got more than one. I think, look, if this is your youth, to me, this is a hazard. Yeah, don't use an image like this. When it's to do with marketing, I'm not going to send my kid there. If I see this, yeah, I'm not going to send my kid there. I'm not going to read this. It's excellent. Well done. And maybe to change the colors there. You can't have baby blue and then a gray on top of it. If you have it white, it will show more. Um, the socials. So this is not working. Clicking on it is not working. Uh, Membership. Okay, here you want to have. Okay, why is in there £60 with a pound sign? £60 a year. I would like to see a donate button that gives you a recurring link or a form or something like that. This is good with their programs. This is the mosque. Okay, well done. Oh, matrimonial. So this is good. One of the services that they do, you'll sign up a form. Here, I would disable the comments because someone can put nasty comments. Sign up the form, blah, blah, blah. My name, male, female, da, 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 da. Okay, so well done. Just looking at the socials, I would say MK, Facebook. No, I don't think this is it. Yep, MK London. They've got 4,000 followers. 18th of June. This is their latest things. I think this is something that they did for the ladies, where they gave them like a designated area where they can do their thing. Ramadan. Um, okay, so again, this is a good event. This is Sheikh Al Balushi, quite renowned. He came for a tour for multiple organizations. Now, I would like to see a poster better than this. Yeah, this has been look at that. Yeah, there's probably better posters in your. So if you've got your Eid event looking like this, and then you've got Belushi looking like that, I wouldn't bring him to you again because you're not really taking this serious. No, I'm joking, but you would want you would want to put up a bit of effort unless, and I've been in these situations where the organization last minute will say, "Look, we're close, we're coming," and then you will have to make a quick announcement like this. Okay. Um, this is a job clerk to the trustees. Okay, so that's really good. Okay, again, the community leaders. Again, if you're in central London and you're only bringing in, I think how much were they on? if you're only bringing in 350,000, I would say that I would like to see some sort of appeals here. Yeah. Okay. I would like to see it on your website. I would like to see it in your socials. Okay. Throughout the year. Okay. So here, get involved, donate, direct debit, mosque donation. Okay. But it's very small. Okay. Okay. I would like to see it here as well, donate. Uh, this is going to take us away for just 10 seconds. Okay. This is Green Lane, well invested. You can see here, shop and donate. You can see the call to action. It's in red and green. The prayer is there. Um, and download and copy their annual return. That's really good. Friday giving. So this is a campaign that you can do and automate your giving every Friday. So I don't live in Birmingham, but I don't live in London, but I want to support. If you give me something digital like this, I will just automate it. So that was just a quick tip for any mosque or community. Utilize the platforms that you have out there. Okay. So we're closing this and we're gonna quickly jump into Eritrean Muslim Community Association. No, we're jumping into Ethar Relief. So with Ethar Relief, 1.5 million, really good. Where are they operating? No, 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 no. I'm everywhere now. Djibouti, Ethiopia, Somalia, Sudan, Yemen. I would like to see UK in that because how are you going to build your donor base and volunteer base? And also, you've got, see, all of these people that are leaving Eritrea. It's either they're going to Australia, Canada, Sweden, right? Or UK. UK is is the the ultimate goal, but they can't. They go to Canada. They go to anywhere else, right? So just have UK so you can cater for their need in the UK. Okay, that's again maybe this is your strategy. When we look at the financial history, what I think Ethar did, I think Ethar changed their charity number. Uh, and we'll start from 2019, which was zero. And then it was a bit up. So that was 2.8 million. Okay. But then they dipped. They dipped to where? To 1.5 in 2 years. Okay. So this is their expenditure. Okay. When you look at the annual returns, 2019 looks a bit okay. So let's do it this differently. Okay, let's look at the contact website. Okay, so they've got a good website. It loads fast because the platform they're using is not WordPress or is not it's current it's a good website. It's fast. Now straight away you go in there. What do you see? Qurbani appeal. But that's finished now. I would like to see this changing. It's nearly a month. Uh, but it's the updates. It's not asking for donations. So you go in there and it's giving you an update. Okay, that's fine because your campaign could end 1 month or 2 months after the actual event. Okay, Ramadan update. So what I'm starting to see here that there's an obsession here. Okay, with delivery. Okay, we have delivered. We have implemented and documented. We're here to update you see your impact. Okay, and this was an event that was sponsored. Okay, so that's really good. This is press release. I think it's to do with Djibouti. Volunteers needed. You register. Okay, and this is some of the collections. Ramadan, the boat race. Okay, start a fundraiser, and you can do this internally rather than doing it launch good and stuff like that. Um, this is something that was released recently by this platform that they're using, and I've actually suggested that we use this when I was doing the consultancy for Ethar. I haven't been on their website for a long time. I took this picture in Djibouti, and this was the women project. Uh, so what I can see here, let's look at Ethar's story, because the word itself, like Kabiri, who's Kabiri? Like if you're from the UK or from Asia or Africa, you wouldn't know who Kabir is. You have to know that he's someone that did this in Eritrea and X, Y, and Z, and it's a legacy. With Ethar, it means to give when you're mostly in need. Okay, and it's got the meaning, and also Ethar, when they first started, Ethar started with Eritrean horn. Yes, so when it was an acronym when it first started, Eritrea and the Horn of Africa Relief, but then they just stuck to Ethar, serving the East African refugees. Okay, I don't know why they rebranded like that, but it's fine. Whatever works for them. Um, but it's the website. What I like about the website, it's got the call to actions everywhere, and this is because it's built to convert. Okay, this website was built to convert. It's not built for you to. It's not like a business card or a portfolio where you just come and see our work. Um, it's got everything, but it's mainly to convert. Okay, that's why you see a lot of these widgets, and they're using the right platforms for this. Okay, uh, so what I would like to show you here is the annual reports, because remember these reports got taken away uh, from Charity Commission, because when you go and see here, you won't see all the way back until uh, 2016. You'll see until 2020. So 2016, I think I was with Ethar then. Okay, you would see that their partners used to be Ummah Welfare Trust, Charity Right, Human Appeal, UKIM, Idris Foundation, Wafa, Global Ihsan, and these are like the main ones in it. Yeah, you see some of the volunteers from Birmingham, they flew out there. Remember these phones. Um, so then, what you want to see here is you want to see their income. Okay. So, for example, Charity Right, the role of Charity Right, we want to see how much Charity Right. Okay, income. So, some organizations, what they do, they will show you who gave what, and in this case, we can't see it. Okay, let's see if we'll get lucky with income. Let's see if we get lucky with this one. Again, you got UKIM again, Global Ihsan Relief. Uh, and then what you see here is the income, okay? Too bad. Okay, Kafil is here, UN, Islamic Relief. So one thing, remember we spoke about Release Eritrea, they depended heavily on their institutional funding. With Ethar, when you look at the recent income, okay, like I think this is 2022, they don't have these partners. They've lost a lot of partners. Okay, and majority of their money is coming from peer-to-peer fundraising. Is coming from, like, let's look here. Action for Humanity in 2021 gave them 10,000. Okay, I think Action for Humanity, they focus mainly in Syria. Okay, so maybe I think they were just starting up something like that these times. Al Rahma Trust, nothing. Canadian, 100 look, okay, 2021 they gave 106. Okay, 2022 they gave 11. Okay, unrestricted, 102. Yeah, 21. Okay, 106, 113, 4,000. They increased Ethar Australia, so they've got Ethar Australia, Ethar Sweden. So look, you've got nearly 50K coming from uh you like Ethar, whether it's Sweden or Australia, right? Yeah, and then the rest is, it's not much. Like Refu Care, 600, 6,000. Mass Emission, 9,000. Mass Emission is a big organization. Like you're only getting 8,000, 8,000. You're not talking big numbers here. Uh, so if we go and see, uh, the annual return for 2018, okay, it's not showing the partners, but blatantly you can see that Ethar in their annual return and financial history they're dipping. But what I would say about Ethar, and I haven't been speaking to them because I've been busy, okay, they have some sort of recovery plan. I would say that, yeah, because when you look at their Facebook, okay, they're active. They're sponsoring this. They're showing that we're delivering. So all the misconceptions or whatever it is, they're working on it. Uh, because why would you fall? Why would you dip? Why would you have that nosedive? You need to work on it. Again, there's no engagement. Yeah, like you see that they've got 21,000 followers, but look at the engagement. You got one comment. Can we talk about business that would increase? Like this is junk. Like the guy's from Egypt and he's talking about business. Um, and then here you've got implementation, Eid Mubarak. Now, what I would like to see with Ethar, I would like to see a bit more engagement. Okay, here's Al Belushi. Remember, we saw him with MK. So probably because I remember it was their event, it was their tour um, that that brought the Sheikh. I think we might see a poster here. So maybe yes, Ethar Relief, Dhul Hijjah, the 10 days. So that was part of Ethar tour. Okay. Uh, they've got the TV appeals again. Uh, I'm not sure how much this made, but I have been, working with this TV channel and editing the video materials and for Ithar and Hiwar TV for a couple of years, and I know that it takes a lot of work, and you have to bring your donors. Whenever you go to an appeal in TV or radio, you have to bring your donors to the channel. Okay. Um, Again, so you can see the sponsorship here. Um Sponsorship again, this like they sponsored this event, their Sudanese event. So there's a lot of investment on sponsorship. um, but what I would advise them as well, their Instagram, uh, because I think Dr. Yusuf Abdul Jabbar joined Ethar, and whenever he's posting he's tagging them. What is starting to happen, that all of these amazing content okay, are starting to show in Ethar. Okay, so for example, this has nothing to do with Ethar, Horn of Africa. Yes, okay, you can add it to your channel and you can put Ethar on it, but then not like that. Okay, so whoever's managing the socials, um, just be mindful of this. Uh, okay, again, this is like a Friday khutbah coming from there. Again, Ethar is being tagged. This may be a strategy that, okay, we want to increase the number, but what you're gonna get is you're gonna get followers that are not really the, like, you're gonna get engagement, you're gonna get followers, but when it comes to call to action, they're not gonna support, because you have to nurture that relationship as a fundraiser. Okay. Uh, okay, and yeah, again, there was this hiking um, event of Ethar. Fun hiking. Oh, and da, 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 yeah, it's got Ethar. I would want to see the logo of Ethar somewhere. Okay, half of which. Okay, this is really good. This was not happening before. Well done, Ethar. Again, you know, this was sponsored by Ethar. As I said, look, there is investment into bringing reciters, bringing doing tours, because that's what's working. Digital fundraising, whoever you're working with, you're lucky if you get 1 to 3 ratio. So you put £1,000, you get £3,000. You're lucky to get that. But with events, you won't get much. Sorry, you will get much more return on your investment, and you can build and nurture that relationship. Digital fundraising could be good, but it's uh, the same people that donated to you might not remember you tomorrow. Okay, um, this was another Quran event that they did with Smile Events. So I think Smile managed everything, and then um, Ethar was the charity partner. Again, if it's working, keep doing it. Um, if you go back on the timeline, there wasn't much. Again, this style of designing, if it's working for you, good. But I wouldn't, to be honest with you, it's more corporate. That's me announcing when we sponsored 250 orphans in one night, and that was me in the call center. So it was my role to manage this. I actually filmed all of this in Djibouti. It was my consultancy to take Ethar to Djibouti, because Sudan was not really accessible to us. And, this is the borders, and that's me there. And again, that's my photography, this story as well. I filmed this story. Uh, this was us with the Yemeni refugees in Djibouti. Okay, me speaking again. Um, Again, what you want to do as well, finally, is showing, actually, sorry, looking at what's working. Okay, this is 121,000. This is irrelevant. This should come off your timeline. Off, 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 off. Yeah, off. Unpin that. Yeah. Okay. But then anything that relates to you. Okay, this is good because he's speaking about you. He's saying Eid Mubarak has got your logo on it. Keep it there. Um, so let's go and see. So imagine before. So this is the deployment: 300 views, 400 views, to 280, 100,000. I think that's been boosted because it's not organic growth and there's not much difference there. 1,000. That's good. I'm not sure if he's an influencer or, yeah, he's got 61,000. So again, it's what works for you. Keep doing it, okay? But it's all about you adding value. So 1,000. I'm not sure if that was boosted. No, this was boosted, and this was by Dr. Hani al-Banna, and it did get results. Because I remember when the team came and filmed it. That's me. That was not boosted. My face again. Um, because what happens when you share something, people are going to look at it and say, "Oh, what's Omar doing in his background? Or how come he's with Ithar?" And you would get engagement and stuff like that. But you look around and see, okay, distribution, this worked, this worked. Repeat this. The boat race, this was not boosted, but because these people raised money and they wanted to see themselves, they started to engage. 110 likes. I think that's the most they got. 110. And it's my video 96. Okay, so again, 100. That's really good. Uh, I think I filmed this video as well. Uh, so you look out for for these things, what's working for you, and you keep doing it. I don't want to take much of your time, and hopefully we have benefited from this video. And please forgive me if there's any shortcoming or if there's anything that I've missed out. This is nearly an hour, so keep watching, and I hope you join us in one of our next videos. Thank you.